Hey, hockey fans, how's everybody doing? I hope everyone had a great Friday. Hockey's over for the night, so I'm going to do a video here quick. There's 14 games on the slate for tomorrow. I think there's 4 early games and then 10 later games. So I'm just going to review the scores quick for tonight and then do the picks for tomorrow. I'm not going to go into much into the games with 14 games. This video would go way too long. So we'll just get at it here. Boston against New York tonight. New York beat them 6-2. That's 2 big losses for Boston. They better figure that out. Minnesota shut down LA, ended their winning streak. They won that game 3-1. Arizona ended up losing to Colorado 3-2. So my best bet, I got that right. Best bet sitting at 2-0, which is great. Minnesota did shut down the LA Kings, but on the games we got 2 right, 1 wrong, so 2-1. So not bad. Now we'll get on to the Saturday slate. First game, we've got the Philadelphia Flyers against the Buffalo Sabres. This is an early game. Buffalo is 3-5-2 with a current overtime decision. Carter Hutton is listed in net for Buffalo. The Flyers are 6-2-2 with a current 1-game winning streak. Brian Elliott has been confirmed to be in net for the Flyers tomorrow morning. The Flyers sit 4th with 21 points in the Mass Mutual East, while Buffalo sits in 8th position with 15 points. The Sabres lost last game was a 4-3 overtime loss to the New Jersey Devils. The Flyers' last game was a 4-3 win over the New York Rangers. I think Ullmark is definitely out, injured. That's why Carter Hutton is playing. Eichel, I think, is a game-time decision as well, which is concerning. Game apiece in this series, but the last time they met, the Flyers blanked them 3-0, and that was with Elliott in net. So I'm going to take the Flyers here to beat Buffalo, especially with Eichel being questionable. The Flyers should handle that no problem. Next game, another early game, Washington against the New Jersey Devils. New Jersey 4-5-1 with a current 1-game winning streak. Mackenzie Blackwood listed in net. Washington 4-5-1 with a current 1-game winning streak. Samsonova, I think, will be in net for Washington. In the Mass Mutual East, New Jersey sits in 7th position with 16 points. And Washington is tied with Boston with 24 points. Washington's last game was a 5-2 win over Pittsburgh. The Devils won a 4-3 overtime game against Buffalo. I think Ovechkin might be out here. He's listed as questionable, game time decision. This will be the second time these teams met. The Capitals took the first game 4-3. Washington, I think history says they don't play that well in these early games. And even though the Devils sit in 7th, you got to remember the Devils have played the least amount of games because they were held back because of COVID big time. I mean, they've only played 15 games. Everyone above them has played more games. I kind of like what I've been seeing out of New Jersey, especially in the last game. I'm going to take New Jersey to beat Washington for my second pick. Now, Calgary against Ottawa. Ottawa 5-5-0 with a current 3-game winning streak. Matt Murray listed in net, and Calgary 4-5-1 with a current 1-game losing streak. Riddick is listed in net if he's not too upset since the last time these teams played. In the Scotia North, Ottawa's in 7th with 15 points. Calgary's in 5th with 20 points. The last game they played, it was a 6-1 win for the Senators, and this will be the second time that they meet. Now, I wonder if Riddick is still a little bit upset. And I wonder if Ottawa is going to take some more shots on net, seeing as it was successful from outside the blue line. That'll be interesting. You got to take Ottawa. There's something going on with Calgary. They're not playing well. Ottawa is playing well. You got to go Ottawa here. Ottawa to beat Calgary. Last early game, Columbus against Nashville. Nashville 4-6-0 with a current 1-game losing streak. Saros, I think, will be playing in net for Nashville against Columbus, who is 4-4-2 with a current 1-game losing streak. Korpisalo is listed in net for Columbus. In the Discover Central, Nashville sits in 7th with 16 points. Columbus sits in 5th with 21 points. Nashville leads this series 3-1. Nashville's last game was a 5-2 loss to Detroit. Columbus just played a tough series against Chicago. Their last game was a 2-0 loss to the Hawks. I think Nashville's favored here, and I haven't quite figured that out yet as to why that is, because I think this Columbus team is a good team, and I see them winning here. I'm going to go Columbus to beat Nashville for this pick. On to the next game, we've got Toronto against Edmonton. Two top teams. Toronto is sitting first in the Scotia North with 32 points. Edmonton sitting in second place with 28 points. Edmonton 8-2-0. with a current 5-game winning streak. Smith is listed at whether or not he'll play again or not. I mean, the guy's 39 years old, but he's 6-0, I think, with 2 shootouts this season so far. Toronto 7-2-1 with a current 1-game winning streak. Hutchinson is listed in net for them. Edmonton's last game was a 3-0 win over the Canucks, and the Leafs' last game was a 2-1 victory in overtime against Calgary. Matthews listed as questionable, game time decision. And even if the guy's not ruled out, if it's questionable, it concerns me because there's something going on there. 2 games apiece in this series, with the Oilers winning the last match 4-3. 2 comparable teams, although I think Edmonton is firing on more cylinders, and especially if Matthews is going to be questionable, I got to go Edmonton here. Edmonton to stay hot, and hopefully Smith will be in net and stay hot as well. I'm going to go Edmonton to beat Toronto here. Next game, we've got Pittsburgh against the New York Islanders. The New York Islanders, 7-2-1 with current 2-game winning streak. Varlamov is listed in net. Pittsburgh 6-4-0, current 1-game losing streak, and Tristan Jarry is listed in net. In the Mass Mutual East, Islanders are 3rd with 23 points. Pittsburgh 5th with 21 points. Pittsburgh's last game was that loss to Washington 5-2. New York's last game was a 7-2 win over a Boston team. Teams have played 4 times in February, and the Penguins lead the series 3-1. I think the Islanders took the first game, and Pittsburgh has taken the last 3. I don't see them taking 4. I mean, anyone who watches my videos knows how I feel about Pittsburgh. Islanders will take this game. They will win this game, and that'll be that. Next game, we've got Dallas against Tampa. Tampa 7-3-0 with a current 3-game winning streak. Vasilevsky is listed in net against Dallas 2-4-4 with a current 1-game losing streak. Anton Khudobin is listed in net for Dallas, who's been playing amazing. The Discover Central, Dallas is in 6th with 16 points. Tampa 2nd with 27 points, only 1 behind Florida. This will be the first time these teams meet. Tampa seems to have found their groove, beating Carolina in its last 3 games. The Stars gave up a 2-goal lead and lost 3-2 to the Panthers. Again, not because of their goaltending. I mean, I think Florida would have won 8-2 if it wasn't for goaltending that Dallas has. Tampa to beat Dallas. Next game, Carolina against Florida. Florida 7-3-0 with a current 1-game winning streak. Chris Drieger in net listed. Carolina 5-4-1 with a current 3-game losing streak. James Reimer listed in net. In the Discover Central, Florida sitting in 1st with 28 points. Carolina in 4th, but only 3 points behind with 25 points. Carolina lost the last 3 straight to Tampa. Panthers just played a great comeback game against a Dallas team, 3-2. They won. The teams have played once, and it was a 4-3 win for Florida. Hurricanes, this is a tough game. I think this is probably one of the toughest games to pick on the card. But I'm going to stay with the hot team. I mean, Carolina could come in and just kill Florida because they've been playing Tampa. I'm going to go Florida. Florida to stay hot and beat Carolina. And try to hold on to that first place position in the Discover Central. Next game, Detroit against Chicago. Chicago 8-2-0 with a current 2-game winning streak. Kevin Lankinen listed. Detroit 4-5-1 with a current 1-game winning streak. Thomas Greiss is listed there. Discover Central, Chicago sits in 3rd with 26 points. Detroit in 8th with 15 points. Chicago just finished playing Columbus. 2 great games. Their last was a 2-0 win. The Red Wings won their last game 5-2 over Nashville. This is an old rivalry, and it's exciting. I think this might be the one game I probably watch the most. I just think the Hawks are a strong team this year. I think the Hawks could go a long way. I think as far as a team of goaltenders I think Chicago's got it going on. Chicago to beat Detroit here. That's my pick. I'm not going to get into the rest. We don't have time. Next game, LA Kings against the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota 7-3-0 with a current 5-game winning streak. Talbot is listed in net there. LA Kings 6-3-1, current 1-game losing streak. Jonathan Quick listed. Honda West, Minnesota's in 2nd, 22 points. LA Kings in 5th with 21 points. This will be a back-to-back for these teams. The Wild took the first game to shut down LA, their winning streak, 3-1. I see the Wild winning 2 in a row. I'm going to take Minnesota to beat LA again. Here we go. Colorado against Arizona, another back-to-back. Arizona 5-3-2 with a current one-game losing streak. Darcy Kemper is listed right now. Colorado 6-3-1 with a current one-game winning streak. Philip Grubauer is currently listed. In the Honda West, Arizona sits in 6th with 21 points. Colorado 4th with 21 points. I mean, the Honda West is so tight. It's insane. The Avalanche took last night's game 3-2. I like seeing the Coyotes score 2 goals late in the third. I mean, it's going to be the second time these teams meet, and I see the Coyotes getting a W here, and even, like, I'm picking Arizona to beat Colorado. That's my pick. Next game, Vegas against Anaheim. Anaheim 3-5-2 with a current overtime decision. John Gibson listed in net. Vegas 6-3-1 with a current one-game winning streak. Marc-Andre Fleury, he's listed for Vegas. In the Honda West, Vegas is in first with 23 points. Anaheim in 8th with 16 points. I mean, there's 6 teams in this division that are within 2 points. It's a tight division. Every game is so important. The Ducks' last game was a loss in a shootout, 4-3 to Arizona. The Ducks played well against Vegas so far. Vegas leads the series 3-1. The last game was a 1-0 win for the Ducks. I'm going to call the Ducks as an upset here. I know Vegas is favored, but Anaheim's got a couple. I like what I see. I'm going to go Anaheim to beat Vegas. Anaheim, that's my pick. Next game, Montreal against Winnipeg. Winnipeg 7-3-0. Winnipeg on a 3-game winning streak. Connor Hellebuck listed in net. Montreal 3-5-2 current one-game losing streak. Jake Allen has been confirmed to be in net for Montreal. They're in 4th in the Scotia North, 22 points. Winnipeg in 3rd with 25 points. Teams have met once, and the Jets took that game. It was a comeback game for the Jets. They won 6-3. Scheifele's point streak continues. I think he's got 10 now in his last 5 games. The Jets are too strong. At Montreal, the coach being fired, interim coach, they got some stuff to work out. They looked strong when they came out against Winnipeg, but they couldn't finish the game, and that's a concern. I think Winnipeg takes this game. Winnipeg's my pick to beat Montreal. Last game, St. Louis against San Jose. San Jose 4-4-2 current one-game losing streak. Martin Jones is listed. St. Louis 3-6-1 current 3-game losing streak. Binnington listed. In the Honda West, San Jose 7th with 16 points. St. Louis 3rd with 22 points. St. Louis is coming off 2 straight losses against the Kings. San Jose's last game was a loss to Minnesota 6-2. Tarasenko's traveling with the team here. They're going on a 6-day road trip, and it'd be nice to see him play at this game. But I just see the Blues getting back on track here and getting a win against a San Jose team that's going to be a little rusty from having a bit of a longer break. St. Louis is my pick there. Winnipeg to beat Montreal. We've got Anaheim to beat Vegas, Arizona to beat Colorado, Minnesota to beat the Kings, Chicago to beat Detroit, Florida to beat Carolina, Tampa to beat Dallas, Islanders to beat Pittsburgh, Edmonton to beat Toronto, Columbus to beat Nashville, Ottawa to beat Calgary, New Jersey to beat Washington, and the Flyers to beat Buffalo. My best bet, I'm going to go the Islanders to beat Pittsburgh, and I'm going to parlay the Blues, Hawks, Tampa, and the Islanders all on money line and see if I have a awesome Saturday. Hope everyone has a great weekend. There's tons of hockey on. I hope you guys find a game and enjoy it. Good luck with your picks. I hope you win. I hope you do well. I hope everyone's safe. Take care. Thanks for watching. Talk soon.